All right, let's just get right into it. If you've ever felt like you're just shouting into the void while you're looking for a job, trust me, you are not alone. Today, we're going to break down that completely frustrating paradox of the modern job search, and we'll be using Steve Dalton's incredible book, The 2-Hour Job Search, as our roadmap. This quote from Aldous Huxley just hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Technology was supposed to make everything easier, right? A smooth, seamless way to connect amazing talent with great opportunities. But for so many of us, it feels like it's done the complete opposite. And that really brings us to the core question, the one that I'm sure has kept you up at night. I mean, you can apply to a dozen jobs before you've even finished your morning coffee? So why on earth does landing an actual interview feel like you've just won the lottery? It makes no sense. I mean, just look at the difference. Before the internet, sure, the process was a little slow, but it was simple. You'd find an ad, you'd mail your resume, and then you'd wait. But now, the very same technology that made applying for jobs so easy has ironically made the hiring process a total mess. Just think about what this really means for a recruiter. A single online job posting, just one, can get flooded with hundreds, sometimes literally thousands of applications. And a lot of times, that's within just a few hours. What used to be a manageable little stream has turned into a massive digital tidal wave. So this is what we call the resume black hole. Hiring managers are so completely swamped that the only fair thing they can do is to not read any of the online applications. Seriously. Instead, they almost exclusively rely on this secret backdoor, internal referrals. Your resume probably isn't even getting a first glance. Okay, so this is absolutely crucial. If you've been sending out resume after resume online and getting nothing back, the problem isn't you. It is not your experience, it's not your skills, it's that you've been playing a game with broken rules. You're using a strategy that's just obsolete. And this is the perfect way to picture the mindset shift you need to make. Stop being a bachelorette, one of 25 contestants all competing for one job with pretty terrible odds. It's time to become the bachelor, the one who's in control, the one who creates a huge pool of potential employers and then strategically picks the best one. This whole new strategy is all about focus. It's about applying the 80-20 rule. The basic idea is that 80% of your results, they're going to come from just 20% of your actions. So instead of that shotgun approach of applying everywhere, we need to find that critical, high-impact 20%. Now, to do that, we first have to wrap our heads around a concept from economics called sunk costs. Basically, these are investments of your time, your money, your effort that you can never, ever get back. Like staying through a really terrible movie just because you already paid for the ticket? So now ask yourself this, and be honest. Are all those hours you've poured into firing resumes into that black hole a sunk cost? The most logical, rational thing you can do is to forget about all that wasted effort, walk away from the strategy that's clearly failing, and start fresh with one that actually works. So if the old way is a sunk cost, what's the new way? Well, it's a clear, proactive system. It's a 3-step process designed to put you back in the driver's seat. First, you prioritize your targets. Then, you contact the right people. And finally, you recruit them to become your champion. That first step, prioritizing, it all starts with what's called the LAMP method. In just about 70 minutes, you can create a prioritized list of 40 target employers. This isn't just random guessing. It's a system that helps you turn that infinite ocean of companies into a manageable, strategic list. This is you becoming the bachelor. And let's be super clear about the one single critical goal of this entire process. Find a real, living, breathing person who can be your advocate inside your target company. This person is your key. They are the one who can walk your resume right past that digital black hole and put it directly into the hands of the hiring manager. But listen, not all contacts are created equal. You have to find the boosters. These are people who genuinely enjoy helping others and who love their jobs. You want to screen out the obligates, who might help you but kind of grudgingly, and definitely avoid the curmudgeons, who just won't help at all. Your time is way too valuable to waste on anyone but a booster. So how do you find these boosters? With this, a secret weapon, really, the 5-point email. It's short, less than 100 words. It totally ditches that "here's why you should hire me" stuff, and instead just leans on social norms by simply asking for a small favor. It is incredibly effective at getting responses. Thomas Jefferson wasn't talking about email, obviously, but he might as well have been.
In a world where everybody is busy, everybody's reading messages on their phone, being brief isn't just polite, it's powerful. The 5-point email gets right to the point, it respects their time, and it gets results. So, what we're really talking about here, this isn't just some new tip or a little trick. It's a fundamental, deep shift in how you approach the entire job search. It's not a tactic, it's a completely new technique, one that's designed for the world we actually live in today. And the absolute perfect analogy for this is something called the Fosbury flop. Back in 1968, there was a high jumper named Dick Fosbury, and he was really struggling with the traditional way of jumping. So basically, out of desperation, he came up with a totally new technique where he went over the bar backward.
It looked weird. I mean, it looked clumsy even. But biomechanically, it was just better. It was a superior technique. Fosbury won the gold medal, and today, every single elite high jumper uses his method. See, he wasn't necessarily the best athlete, he just had a better technique that completely changed the game. The modern job search has new rules. The old ways, the old strategies, they just don't work anymore. So the question is, are you going to keep trying the old way and getting the same frustrating results? Or are you ready to adopt a new, superior technique and start playing a different game?